Welcome everybody. Thank you for all the likes, shares and comments on all of my videos. I'm really very humbled by all the support that I've received, and I'm really pleased that some of the victims are now getting in touch with each other also, because they've got the same people in their cases and they've got a lot of the same evidence. So please continue to share and spread the word and help each other, because I think that this is going to be a really good movement. Today I'm going to talk about the Serious Fraud Office. I'm going to talk about the police and the journey that I've had in trying to seek justice, and I want to explain my experience and how challenging it really is to try and seek justice and try and get these people to become answerable for all the crimes or the alleged crimes that they've committed. My journey with the Serious Fraud Office began around 8 years ago. I went to London, I had many meetings with them, I sat with them, I showed them my evidence, and they started to investigate and took it quite seriously. But it was a really long journey. It took us about a year for them of to-ing and fro-ing and loads of different interviews to try and get them to take it seriously. We then held with my MP a Westminster Hall debate where the bosses of the Serious Fraud Office were called into Parliament to answer exactly why they weren't starting to investigate Lloyds in a really detailed manner. The explanation that we've got from Robert Buckland, he was the Solicitor General, and the Serious Fraud Office is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Treasury. Everyone's heard about it, but it's not an independent police force. It's funded by the Treasury and it's its own separate entity. Anytime the Serious Fraud Office wishes to take on a formal investigation, if it goes over a certain amount of money in terms of cost, they've got to go to the Treasury to get something which is called blockbuster funding. And that number at this moment in time is around £2 million. When we had our Westminster Hall debate, Robert Buckland attended, and he said that he was very sympathetic to the cases that had been reported to them and to the Serious Fraud Office. However, the cases themselves at that moment in time didn't meet the Serious Fraud Office threshold, which they said would be around £1 billion. So small businesses, they needed to get together. So the next effort that we did was we tried to canvass everybody and see how many victims there were out of that Bristol office. It will not surprise you that Lloyds refused to answer, and all the King who were embedded in the bank, they refused to answer. But Robert Buckland, the Solicitor General, did say that he would not and he could not influence any of the police force to investigate. So then we get to the second stage. All crimes have to be investigated by the local police force. So although I'm based in Cardiff, South Wales Police cannot investigate this crime. It has to be Avon and Somerset Police. So I reported it to Avon Somerset Police, so did my MP, and we also reported it to the Police and Crime Commissioner, who was supposed to hold that police force to account. We reported the fraud, I sent them bits of my evidence, and it has taken us around 8 years to try and get some traction in terms of Avon Somerset taking us seriously. All thanks has been actually to this man. Let me introduce you to Mr. Anthony Stansfeld. You would have seen his picture on my bio. This is the Police and Crime Commissioner for Thames Valley Police. That's the police force that has jailed the six for 47 years. This man single-handedly, with his police force, have diligently investigated the crimes that took place in Reading, and they were able to successfully get some convictions. Because of the apathy, laziness, or the unexplained reasons why the Serious Fraud Office and even Somerset Police were sitting on their hands, Thames Valley Police were instructed to do a review, because a lot of the victims in Bristol went to a meeting called a crime panel meeting, and that panel holds a police commission to account. And at that meeting, it was decided that Avon Somerset Police were answerable and they needed to explain why they hadn't done anything. So Thames Valley Police, due to their experience, were brought in to investigate exactly what went on in Bristol. And I'm going to read you an extract of the findings of the report. Mr. Anthony Stansfeld has issued a letter which says, subsequently, Thames Valley Police did meet one victim, Mr. Kashif Shabir. He produced paperwork that strongly indicated that a major fraud had been committed against him. This paperwork was not given to Thames Valley Police by Avon and Somerset Police. Thames Valley Police suggested to Avon Somerset Police that this case should be reinvestigated. I do not know what subsequent actions have been taken by Avon and Somerset Police. That's my case. So I can now confirm that I am in close communication with Avon Somerset Police, and they're going to see the length and breadth of all of my evidence. And based on the feedback that I've had from Thames Valley Police saying that this is some of the best evidence that they've seen, and these same officers have successfully put 6 people behind bars, I can safely say that we're very confident that some charges are going to be brought to what's happened in Bristol. So please continue to share, like, and comment on my videos. If you've got any similarities, then please share them on my wall, or you can private message me. But I'm really grateful for all your support. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to start to show some other bits and some other evidence in my following 2 videos. Thank you.